Is there a heart untouched by injustice? In a world where inequality and prejudice often cast long shadows, it's hard to find a soul that hasn't been affected. Whether it's through personal experience or witnessing the struggles of others, the sting of injustice is a universal pain. Have you ever felt the sting of being judged unfairly? The weight of a biased opinion can be crushing, leaving scars that last a lifetime. It's a feeling that transcends boundaries, affecting people from all walks of life. Can you imagine a world where innocence is not enough to guarantee freedom, where the mere accusation can strip away one's liberty and dignity? This harsh reality is a stark reminder of the flaws within our justice system. These are not just questions. They are reflections of our society's deepest wounds and the challenges we must face together. They are the very seeds of empathy that Harper Lee planted within the pages of her timeless novel, To Kill a Mockingbird. Through the eyes of Scout and the wisdom of Atticus Finch, we are invited to walk in someone else's shoes, to see the world from a different perspective. This novel, a timeless tapestry woven with threads of courage, compassion, and the harsh realities of prejudice, serves as a mirror to our own society. It forces us to confront the uncomfortable truths about our own biases and the systemic injustices that persist. It invites us to confront these uncomfortable truths. It challenges us to question our own beliefs and to stand up against injustice, no matter how daunting the task may seem. It challenges us to look beyond the surface and into the hearts of those around us, to understand that everyone has a story, and that empathy and compassion are the keys to bridging the divides that separate us. A Southern Story, a Universal Echo. Published in 1960, at the peak of the civil rights movement in America, took the world by storm. Harper Lee, a woman of quiet strength, gave voice to a story that resonated far beyond the fictional town of Macomb, Alabama. This was a story set in the Deep South, yet its themes of racial injustice, social inequality, and the struggle for human dignity struck a chord with readers across continents and generations. 5 Acts of Courage and Compassion. Macomb, a town painted in shades of gray. We are introduced to Scout, a young girl with a thirst for adventure, and her brother Jem, growing up in the fictional town of Macomb. This isn't a town of simple black and white. It's a place where morality exists in shades of gray. The Enigma of Boo Shadow's Whispering Tales. Their world is filled with childhood mysteries, the most prominent being Boo Radley, a recluse shrouded in local legend. He becomes a symbol of how society often fears what it doesn't understand, judging based on whispers and shadows instead of truth. The Trial, when justice wears a blindfold. The heart of the story unfolds when their father, Atticus Finch, a lawyer of unwavering integrity, chooses to defend Tom Robinson, a black man wrongly accused of assaulting a white woman. The trial becomes the focal point, exposing the deep-seated racism and prejudice that plague Macomb. Verdict: a gavel's sound, a community's shame. Despite Atticus's valiant efforts and overwhelming evidence of Tom's innocence, the jury delivers a guilty verdict. This moment lays bare the tragic consequences of prejudice and the systemic racism that poisoned the justice system. Revelation: the unseen protector emerges. In a dramatic turn of events, Boo Radley, the object of the children's fear and fascination, emerges from the shadows to become their unlikely protector. This act of bravery challenges our preconceived notions and highlights the inherent goodness that can reside in the most unexpected places. Beyond the Mockingbird's song, Timeless Truths. In the heart of a small southern town where the streets whisper stories of the past, we find ourselves immersed in a world both familiar and distant. Through Scout's innocent eyes, we witness the complexities of the adult world, the ugliness of prejudice, the harsh realities that children often see but do not fully understand. Her observations become a mirror reflecting the societal tensions and moral dilemmas of the time. The weight of unspoken societal rules and the quiet heroism of standing up for what is right are themes that resonate deeply. These moments of defiance against the status quo highlight the courage it takes to challenge deeply ingrained prejudices and injustices. Lee masterfully reveals the power of empathy, urging us to step into the shoes of others and understand the world from their perspective. This act of understanding and compassion is portrayed as a powerful tool for change, capable of bridging divides and fostering a more just society. Atticus Finch, with his calm wisdom and unwavering moral compass, becomes the embodiment of integrity. His teachings to his children, and by extension to us, are lessons in morality, justice, and the importance of standing up for what is right, even when faced with overwhelming opposition. Teaching us that true courage lies in doing what's right, even when it's difficult. His actions and words serve as a guiding light, reminding us that the fight for justice and equality is ongoing, and that each of us has a role to play in making the world a better place. A Mockingbird Still Sings, A Call to Open Hearts and Minds, is more than just a book. It is a timeless piece of literature that has touched the hearts and minds of countless readers across generations. Its pages are filled with lessons that are as relevant today as they were when it was first published. It is a mirror reflecting the depths of the human heart, both its capacity for love and its potential for cruelty. Through its characters we see the best and worst of humanity, and we are reminded of the importance of empathy and understanding in our interactions with others. The novel's message transcends time and geography. It speaks to the universal human experience, addressing themes of justice, morality, and the complexities of human nature. No matter where we are or when we live, these themes resonate deeply within us. It serves as a potent reminder that the fight for justice and equality is ongoing. The struggles depicted in the book are not confined to the past. They are very much a part of our present reality. We are called to continue the work of those who came before us, to stand up against injustice, and to advocate for those who cannot advocate for themselves. The Mockingbird song, a symbol of innocence and beauty, continues to resonate, reminding us that we all have a role to play in creating a more just and compassionate world. Just as the mockingbird sings its song without fear, we too must find the courage to speak out against wrongs and to protect the vulnerable among us. Let us all strive to be like Atticus, to teach our children the importance of empathy and understanding. By instilling these values in the next generation, we can hope to build a future where kindness and justice prevail. It is through education and example that we can make a lasting impact. Let us be the voice for the voiceless and the defenders of truth, even when it's difficult. It is often in the face of adversity that our true character is revealed. By standing up for what is right, we honor the legacy of those who have fought for justice before us and paved the way for a better tomorrow. For in the words of Atticus himself, you never really understand a person until you consider things from his point of view, until you climb in his skin and walk around in it. This profound insight challenges us to look beyond our own experiences and to seek to understand the perspectives of others. It is through this understanding that we can bridge divides and foster a more inclusive and compassionate society. Let us all choose to walk in each other's shoes, to listen with open hearts and minds, and to fight for a world where the mockingbird can sing freely without fear. In doing so, we honor the timeless message of the novel and contribute to a legacy of empathy, justice, and understanding that will endure for generations to come.